A dish 500 or dish 1000 plus, these are huge dishes. They are used to receive some international channels and some high definition local channels. All right, the next section, still working on satellite TV systems. Let's talk about direct TV receivers. What you see right here on your screen is, and the receiver is the brain of the system, and that happens to be Homer Simpson's brain. All right, direct TV receivers. Moving along, we've discussed the satellite and the satellite dish. Now let's discuss the receiver part. The set-top box, which is the receiver, receives the electronic signal from the satellite dish, decodes it, and displays it on a television or other monitor for viewing. All right, the DirecTV receivers have one or two tuners inside. If it has two tuners, then it's called a dual tuner receiver. DirecTV's receivers are all digital, 100% digital. So DirecTV receivers, and there are four types. You will need to memorize these names. They do change occasionally as they phase in new versions, but the scheme still stays the same. The most basic receiver for DirecTV is a D12. A digital video recorder, or DVR, is called an R22. Its simple high-definition receiver is an H21, and then its high-def with DVR receiver is called an HR22. So let's talk about each one of those in more detail. So the model D12 is DirecTV's basic receiver. It's standard definition, as distinguished from high definition, and it only has one tuner inside. So it serves only one TV. The model R22 is what's called a digital video recorder. In other words, it's capable of recording programming and on a hard drive that's inside the box, and then it can be replayed later. It's a standard definition receiver. It's dual tuner, which means it has two tuners inside, but only one TV output, meaning it only serves one TV. Records up to 200 hours of standard definition programming, is capable of 2.5 functions, which is to say, as you see in your written guide, that it can do a number of things. It can view and record simultaneously with those two tuners. Record, and view with that, and that's the 2.5 functions. And that 0.5 function is viewing previously recorded programming stored on the receiver's hard drive. And then finally, it's an MPEG-4 receiver, which is to say that it has MPEG-4 compression. All right, a model H21 is DirecTV's basic HD or high definition receiver. There's one tuner inside, there's one TV output, and that is also MPEG-4. In fact, all of the receivers that DirecTV uses are MPEG-4, use MPEG-4 compression technology, except for the D12. Okay, the top of the line receiver that DirecTV uses is called a model HR22. It's an HD DVR, in other words, high definition with a DVR. There are two tuners inside with one TV output, so serving one TV. It's MPEG-4. And has twice the storage capacity of the R22. So it records up to 400 hours of standard definition programming, or 100 hours of HD, or a combination of the two. And these numbers you will need to get down, you will need to memorize. So the R22 records up to 200 hours of standard definition programming. The HR22 records up to 400 hours of standard definition programming and 200 hours of HD, or a combination of the two. Okay, special features of DirecTV receivers. Real quickly, an auto changer. If you don't know what that is, that's a function that allows you to tell your receiver, I want to watch a certain channel that's going to be coming on at a certain time. You're watching something else. You don't want to miss. You don't want to have to remember to change the channel. So if you're watching a football game and another show is going to come on at 6 o'clock, you program it to change the channel at 6 o'clock so you don't have to miss anything. So that's an auto changer. Auto changer is available on all models, DirecTV models, except for the R22, and I don't have any explanation for why it's not on the R22, but it does cover the other 3 receivers. The internet can be connected to a DirecTV receiver, but that only works with the DVRs. In other words, the HR22 or the R22. And a person can manage his or her online DirecTV account through that internet connection. They can download on-demand video content, which we'll discuss later. Caller ID is available on all of DirecTV's receivers. What happens? Somebody calls. If you have a phone line connected to the receiver and you've programmed it to do so, it will bring up that person's name and number, just like a caller ID. I guess the whole idea is that you can decide whether you're going to answer the phone, stop watching whatever you're watching. All right, continuing with special features, TV mirrors. A mirror is a situation where we are able to take the signal from the receiver and send it to another TV. The difference is that we're not working with multiple tuners such that the channels can be different. So a mirror is, just as its name implies, all the TVs are going to have to watch the same channel. The basic distinction here is whether there is a UHF remote involved or an IR or infrared remote. IR remotes must be in front of the receiver to change the channels. UHF remote you can use it from different rooms to change the channels on the